Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Unley's World of Weather. Clicked on to long range weather forecast discussion for October 19th to 31st. October 19th to 23rd, we have a zonal flow with a below normal heights across the country. A ridge is forecast over the eastern Pacific, and a ridge also here from Mexico into the Caribbean. And we have positive height anomalies across the high latitudes. We have a trough in the northwest. Hold on, I got to get the right map. In the northwest that will send a series of Pacific waves and frontal systems inland. The first will cross the central U.S. on Saturday, pushing a cold front through the Great Lakes and Northeast and the Southern Plains. And you can see here's the first system here. Then we have the next system coming in on Saturday. Then we come to the next one. It's another system moving in come Monday of next week. And that continues, and here comes the next. It's a weaker one. But this will result in heavy rain in the valleys and heavy snow in the higher elevations. And we also have a strengthened subtropical ridge off the southeast coast. Next week, that will result in an amplified flow with a broad area of more southerly flow across the Mississippi Valley, Tennessee Valley. And this will shift eastward into the Middle Atlantic and Northeast by Tuesday. And we'll take a look. This is what we have right here. And then this will result in heavy rainfall here. This is, what is this model? The European, and then we have the GFS. So it looks like an active period there. Widespread precipitation expected across the northwest and through the weekend. A man-flight trough next weekend will result early next week in the central U.S. with a moist flow from the Gulf of Mexico, increasing the possibility of severe weather next week. And then we'll go back here. We'll look at the models here. Here we are Monday, Tuesday. Here's the area of rain and heavy storms. That's the GFS, the European. So we'll also have severe weather for parts of for eastern Oklahoma and parts of Texas. And a frontal boundary will cause heavy rainfall across the southeast. We're going to look now at the period for, for October 22nd to 26th. An amplified flow is forecast across the nation, consisting of a ridge of the eastern Pacific and the west coast, and we'll show you that. Here's our ridge. Here's our trough across the central U.S., and we'll have a ridge that will be across Mexico and Caribbean. You can see it right there. So for this forecast period, I'm forecasting above normal temperatures here and here, forecasting anomalies of 4 degrees above normal. Below normal temperatures forecast here. The anomalies of 4 degrees below normal are forecast. For precipitation, below normal precipitation forecast west of the divide, with anomaly with forecast probability of 35 to 40%. And then we have above normal precipitation here from the plains to the Atlantic coast. And the probability of occurrence is 35 to 55%. Then we look at the period for, for October 27th to 31st. And the pattern becomes more amplified. As you can see right here, the central ridge slides into the east, and this ridge builds inland. And the models are good agreeing with that. We look at it right here. So for this forecast period, forecasting above normal temperatures for the western states, anomalies of 8 degrees or more are possible, and then we have below normal temperatures from the plains to the Atlantic coast with anomalies 2 to 4 degrees below normal precipitation. Calling for below normal precipitation for the western states. Probability of occurrence is 35 to 40%. And then we have above normal precipitation for much of this area here. Probability of occurrence is 35 to 45%. Now I want to talk about the system affecting the East Coast. Let me see if I can get to that right here. Okay, here we are at 8 p.m. tonight. Here's our low, 994 offshore. This is the European. Heavy rain occurring here, areas of flash flooding. And we also have jet energy moving into this region. And then we look at the European. They're kind of similar. And then we go to 8 a.m. tonight. Then it starts, well, let's see, we'll go 8 p.m. 8 a.m. it starts pulling away. Still some rain lingering, so it's a fast system. And then like it really starts deepening here over New England. It looks like 981 millibars. Some areas, this is showing areas of snow up in New York State and northward, but we'll have to see if that materializes. But it's a fast-moving storm. So that's the long-range weather forecast discussion for October 19th to 31st. Thanks for coming, Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.